So what's happening, my beautiful people out in the fragrance world? Welcome to PRSCENTS. My name's Jose. So I finally got all 4 of the Contra fragrances. Now, Contra, you know, they're $14.99, $15.99, but for that price, I gotta say they do smell good, and some more than others last a little longer than the other ones do. So if you want to know what I have to say about all 4 of them, stick around and I will see you in a second. Thanks, guys. So guys, like I said, these fragrances, Contra, are made by a fragrance house called Camara. And you can go to camaraperfumes.com and look at their fragrances. For some reason or another, if that is Camara Perfumes that make these as well, they don't have Contra on there. There's quite a bit of really nice bottles, and some of them seem interesting, but they don't have Contra on there. Now, Contra, as far as most people know, there's 4 of them. And I have all 4. You usually can get them at the rack stores. And for you guys in the UK, sorry, or in Europe, sorry, I'm sure you have something equivalent to rack stores, but don't go nuts. I mean, if you don't get your hands on these, it's not that big of a deal. There's other things that you can get that smell 10 times better than these. But for $14.99 in the US, these are really not bad to get. If you are a young person, you're starting to get into fragrances, these are, and if you find these at the store, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Burlington, and Ross, although Ross sucks lately. If you find these, give them a whiff, because they don't keep them in the box. I don't even think they come with a box at those stores. You can buy them in a box if you go online, but don't buy them online. Online, they are ridiculous prices. I've seen some of them go for as high as $85 to $100, and that is stupid. Don't do that. You know, if you can get it for $15.99 to $20, yeah, but don't spend any more than that at all right? Not that they're not nice, but it's just, you know, it's too much money to pay for these. So the first one is this one, and this is, oh, hold on, I'm trying to, they're all the same exact bottle. They look pretty cool. This is Contra Men Only Intense. Men Only Intense, sorry. This is what the bottle looks like. It's got that faux leather, you know, it's pretty cool. The cap sticks on pretty heavy, but because it does, sometimes what happens when you pull off the cap is it's got this black, you know, part in it. And what will happen, let me show you, is that the silver part will just pull off and you're left with the black part. So, you know, that's one, it's a cheap cap. But this is an Eau de Parfum, they all are Eau de Parfums. It's supposed to smell like Givenchy Gentleman EDP, although there are some reviews that say it smells like Givenchy Gentleman Privé, but most of them say EDP. This is a very rough opening, to be honest with you. It's like a mess when you first spray it, right? It's got iris, cloves, bergamot, lavender, jasmine. Hopefully these are the right notes, because getting notes on these is really difficult. Benzoate, Takagi, vanilla, and I'm sorry, yeah, vanilla. And when you first spray it, it's a mess. It's like, I don't even know what it is. It's very, very, very dry. It's very, very, very powdery. Now, to be honest with you, I've never smelled Givenchy Gentleman EDP or Privé, so I can't tell you if it smells like that or not, but some of the reviews that I watched, because I wanted to see what other people said if it did smell like that, they said that it did. It does smell like that, except some people said that it smelled a lot drier. Now, this is definitely a very, very dry fragrance. Like, hold on a second. Let me just spray a little bit. And now, here's the one thing I will tell you about these Contras. Their atomizers are beautiful. Look at this. I mean, pressurized atomizer. You guys know how I feel about that. Oh, it's going into my coffee. You get a lot of iris. When I first smelled it at the store, I was thinking Dior Homme Intense or Valentino Uomo Intense because of that iris. The lavender, all of that gave me those kind of vibes, the Dior Homme Intense, and so I guess Givenchy Gentleman EDP kind of smells the same way. But as it starts to dry down, it gets sweet and it gets very, very nice. I really don't enjoy it as much at the opening because of that dryness, because of, you know, the way it comes off. But as it dries down, you get little hints of this sweet vanilla iris kind of feel, and it smells really, really good. Now, right off the bat, longevity and projection on all 4 of these is not the greatest. I mean, if you get 3 hours out of them, it's a lot. Some people, they're like, oh, I get 6 to 8 hours. I don't see it, but it's a possibility. But again, $15.99, just take it with you and respray. That's all I have to say. But on this one, once you get past that heavy lavender iris kind of you know, note, and you let it settle down, it smells really, really good. So that is Contra Men Intense. Do I like it? Yeah, I do. I give it a 60 at the opening, and it goes up to like a 75 at the dry down for as far as a coffee scent is concerned. Let's move on to the next one. Now this one, I picked it up a week ago, and the line was too long. Like I was at TJ Maxx. I smelled it, and I knew instantly that I recognized that smell. I'm like, this thing smells like something I have, whether it's a clone or whatever, smells like something I have, but I couldn't put my finger on it. The line was super long. So what I did was I hid it. I just put it at the very bottom of the shelf, and I stuck it behind a whole bunch of stuff. And then Brenda and I went back the next day, and I went there, and sure enough, it was still there. And it is Contra For You Royal Edition, also an EDP. Now, once I bought it and I brought it home, I realized what it smells like. And this is a clone of Parfums de Marly Pegasus. It smells a lot like Parfums de Marly Pegasus from the very opening all the way down. It's got bergamot, lavender, jasmine, bitter almond, vanilla, tonka bean, amber, sandalwood, and again, the atomizer, pressurized. But yeah, this smells a lot like Pegasus. Now, I have Craze, and I do have a decant of Pegasus. And I have to say, if you want to smell like Pegasus for really, really cheap, this actually is really, really good. The opening's nice. The dry down gets powdery and almondy. And then it becomes a soft skin scent. You know, maybe 3 hours in, 2 hours in, but you can still get whiffs of it. And again, for $14.99, if you want to smell like Pegasus, this is not a bad way to go. This is really, really nice. If you see it at the store, just take a whiff. If you like very creamy, vanilla forward, almond kind of scent, you probably would like this one. And this one is Contra For You Royal Edition. I'm leaving the best one for last. Now, the next one is the latest one that I found, and it's the last one I've needed to have the whole thing, and it's Contra Exquisite Latin Royal Edition. Now, this one, I'm not crazy about. I watched a couple of reviews and read a couple of reviews, and they were touting it. It's supposed to be a latent clone. And I have Detour Noir, and I have another latent clone. I forget which one I have. They smell very, very nice. This one, when it first opens up, it's a mess. I don't like it. And I was trying to explain it to Brenda yesterday what it reminds me of. Because I have one arm, I used to get a lot of operations on my arm because I used to get tumors and stuff like that. And I always remember, and maybe some of you guys can relate, I always remember this smell that the operating rooms had. It was like a very, you know, sanitized smell, a little mentholy, just something about it that always reminded me. And when I smelled this, talk about like, you know, olfactory senses waking up, this brought me back to that. Like I just smelled that, and that was at the opening. As it starts to dry down, it does get much better. To me, it never reaches that latent pinnacle. You know, maybe I'm just missing something, but I don't get that latent from this. And what I wrote down was that it is sweet. It's got a rough opening. Like at the beginning, it's like you have all these notes, which I couldn't find any notes about it. But you have all these notes, whatever they are, and they're a mess. So when you first smell it, you know, I smell menthol, but then I smell just all this other stuff. But as it starts to dry down, all of those notes seem to you know, get cohesive and come together and start smelling really nice. That's what I wrote. It's got a great dry down, slightly spicy, slightly powdery, and towards the end, you know, as it's getting, you know, an hour, 2 hours, it does start to smell really nice. But I don't know how close to latent I would say it is. Is it a nice scent? Yeah, I like it. Not at the beginning. I like it towards the end, but you know, it's okay. It's not my favorite, so just keep that in mind. And that is Contra Exquisite Latin Royal Edition. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you think it smells a lot like latent? Is it a mess at the opening like I said it was? Let me know, because I want to know. Now, the last one is Jose Coffee Worthy. I really enjoy this one, and I was very pleasantly surprised about it. So let me tell you about it. Best coffee ever. So the last one is Contra For You. And most of you that are frag heads know what this is a clone of. This is a clone of Armani's Stronger With You. And it's really good. It's got mint, violet leaf, cardamom, pink pepper when it opens up. In the mid, it's got melon, pineapple, sage, lavender, and cinnamon. And then as it starts to dry down, you get that chestnut, vanilla, tonka bean, amberwood, cedar, and gaiac wood. It's just woody at the very end. A little creamy as well. And man, is this nice. And again, just to remind you guys, you know, pressurized atomizer, but this one is my favorite of the lot. And this one to me lasts much longer than the other three. If you like that creamy vanilla chestnut kind of feel, this is a very good one to get. If you see it, try it, because it smells so good. Now, this one, I would say fall, spring, but I wear it all the time. Because like I tell you guys, even if it's the summer, you're going from air conditioned to air conditioned, unless you're going to be in a train in New York City, although they do now have air conditioning in the trains. You know, you're not going to choke anybody out. Because it is sweeter and a little heavier than the other three. Although, you know, Contra Men Intense is pretty heavy. But this is more of a spring fall scent. But like I tell you guys, wear what you want when you want to. Just control your sprays. That's all you have to do. But I really enjoy this one. If you want to smell what Stronger With You smells like, obviously not the same quality, you know, not the same longevity, performance, all of that. But this is very good for a $15.99 fragrance. So I highly recommend Contra For You if you see that at the rack store. So I would say if I had to rate them, Contra Exquisite Latin is probably my least favorite. Second least favorite is Contra Mentally Intense, only in the opening, because as it starts to dry down, it gets really, really good. Contra Pharos, because I love Pegasus, is my third one. And my second one. And my top one is Contra For You. So do with that what you will, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please do me a favor. Please like, please subscribe, please comment. There is one more Contra out there. I saw it last night. I found a website that had all 4 of these named Contra, but then there was another Contra, totally different bottle. And I've been trying to find the website again, and I can't find it. But somewhere out there, there is another Contra, and I will find it. But anyway, good bottles, good scent. Totally recommend them. You know, again, for $15.99, young guys, you know, try them out and see what you think. But as always, guys, you know, just subscribe, like, and comment. And also, you guys make sure that you be safe, you be loved, and I will talk to you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.